This is the front of the winery. Turn this way. I'm in here.
Do you take card? I do. Okay.
That's it. That's the only update. It's still slow. Morning, everyone. It is December 7th. Today I am at the Belvoir Winery Ugly Sweater Sip and Shop. This is my ugly sweater. It's 10:43 and the event starts at 11. I'm on the second floor. I'm in the room called the Bridal Salon. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Also, look at my earrings. Cute, huh? Cute. But yeah, yesterday my brother and I came last night to set up, so everything's already set up. Let me show you guys. So right when you come in, I am right there. So basically same setup, tumblers, bookmarks. I made a lot of bookmarks. My cups, then my necklaces and tote bags. And then over here, which Madison, the event coordinator, was so nice. She let me use this table because I actually signed up for a 6x6 space like back in September when I thought I was only going to have one table. Obviously I grew since then, but she let me use this table. So I have my scrunchies, which I should have done inventory a little bit better because I'm actually running low on a lot of the scrunchies, but and then my earrings, which my brother, he hand makes earrings as well. These are his. I'll have to link his Etsy. But all of these are his. And then he also made these Christmas ones, which are super, super cute. And then I have my Christmas ones here. And yeah. I walked around a little bit. Yes. Oh yeah, and my room partner is Flood Farmstead. They have a lot of cute stuff. Candles, wax melts. Her stuff smells good. But oh yeah, a little bit. This is the front of the winery. It's like an old mansion. But I thought that person right there was waving to me because I can see them waving. But yesterday we walked around a little bit and it's really cute inside, super cozy. Good morning.
Can I get you anything?
Nope, I'm just looking around since I'm early, so.
Okay. I don't have it stacked, so if you need any wine, I can get you later.
Thank you. People are still setting up. I'll come back. There are people on here. And there. Turn this way. I'm in here. Morning. Hi. How are you?
Good. Are you Irely?
Yeah, I do own Irely.
Nice
I
to
just
meet
thought
you.
I'd introduce
I'm Dawn.
myself. Dawn, nice to meet
Spending
you.
our day together over
Yeah.
here.
Yes. Oh,
I
go
bring a Bluetooth speaker with me.
Okay.
Because it helps to play music when people come in and stuff. It seems to help drumming. I figured to keep in the theme of things, I probably should play Christmas music today, but if you hate it as much as I do, we can put something else on.
Whatever you want to play, I'm good with.
I was like, I really don't want to listen to Christmas music all day, but
Yeah.
when we're trying to encourage them to shop for Christmas,
Yeah.
it does kind of work.
Yeah. No, you're fine. Play whatever you want. Do you mind if I record some of your stuff?
You go right ahead.
Thank you. Oops. Do you mind if I smell some of your candles? Can I pick them up? Thank you.
Anything that, if it's like doesn't have a tester, you can open it.
Okay.
And then I have holes in the top of everything that's like shrink wrapped or packaged, so you can
Okay.
still smell.
Okay, thank you.
That's like the biggest part of the smoke.
Okay, so I didn't record it, but one of the vendors came by and bought a pair of earrings that my brother made. Yeah, for sale. I have to squeeze. Oh, yeah. This is the only way I can get in and out of my table. But I didn't show you guys. I brought these lights again today, so that hopefully kind of entices people to come in. I put lights around the scrunchies too. You can't really see it well, but I hope it's okay. Yeah, the earrings that she bought were these ones. These ones are super cute. But yeah, it is 11 o'clock, so I'll squeeze back in. Should be starting. People have already like started walking and stuff, but I think they're like the guests here. So I think they're mostly just walking around to see the vendors too. But that's okay. Yeah, I brought my knitting stuff, so that way I'm not totally bored. Oh, because today is from 11 to 7, so it's a very long day, probably the longest event that I've done. So I brought my knitting supplies. I forgot to bring my earbuds, so I can't watch YouTube if it gets slow or anything, but if it gets slow, I'm just gonna walk around because people were still setting up downstairs and across the hall when I came, so I didn't really get to see what everybody has. But yeah.
This one? So I'm in the back of the room, and then we're gonna do this one.
Hi there.
These are cute.
Thank you.
Oh, yeah. Is Ellie wearing her earrings?
She does.
So, do you have any of the planners that aren't knitted?
Not with me. I have a couple at home.
See, mine don't. They just use hoops.
Just plain hoops. Ellie, that's what Ellie mostly does too.
Merry Christmas, Merry Merry Christmas, Merry Christmas, Merry Merry Christmas, Merry Christmas, Merry Merry Christmas, Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. Merry Christmas, Merry Merry Christmas, Merry Christmas, Merry Merry Christmas, Merry Christmas, Merry Merry Christmas, Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year.
It would look crazy on me. Oh, there's a cute little festive. Oh, these little bells.
So I got her like a travel jewelry holder. When she goes on vacation, and I was like, that'd be cute to put jewelry in it. So then she opens it up.
Cute.
Hi. Hi. I'd like to get this, please.
Okay, cash or card today?
Card. Okay. Is it okay if I set this down?
Oh, cool. Yes, yes. Go
Just want to
ahead.
make sure before.
You're fine.
Ready?
Oh, not
Okay.
yet. Sorry.
No, I just saw it
Very
light
slow.
up. Just saw it light up.
Okay, you're ready to tap or insert?
Oh, are these bookmarks?
Yes, they are. Yeah, is that cute?
So fun.
Okay, go ahead and remove it.
These are fun.
Okay, you're all set. Would you like a bag?
No, I'm just gonna put it to this one I already have.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Of course. This too. Okay. So your total is going to be 15. Okay, it's ready for you to tap or insert.
I was like, what about Lincoln? Because they're like Nebraska, that's like, and they were like, they were kind of side-eye each other, like, no, pick it out.
Yes.
What you think. And I was like, I really need to get some how it is. And they're like, what? Just for the hockey.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. You have a nice day.
You too.
I knew right away. Because they have
Hi there.
Hi.
How are you today?
I'm doing okay. How are you guys?
Good, thank you.
Good.
Been busy?
Oh, yeah. It's been steady.
That's good. A lot of cars out there, so hopefully they'll all come by you once, right?
I hope so.
Yeah, and they can hold their own bottles. They eat a lot of people food, but before
Good. How are you doing?
they're not to manage. But they eat like breakfast.
I like it. Oh, did you? Oh, that's wonderful. Somebody can say that about me pretty soon.
Oh, more bookmarks. Oh, cute. Look, the one with the plants.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. She does read. But I don't know if she's been reading since she's been pregnant. She's kind of... No. She's just not as big of a reader as we are, but we got her into reading.
The mediums are $5 and the extra large are $7, but you can buy 4 mediums for $15.
I'm just gonna get this one.
Just that one for you?
Oh, cute, yeah.
I actually don't have any.
This is perfect for, I know it's fancy.
Cash or card today?
Do you Apple Pay?
Yes. Yep, let me get it right for you.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome. I kind of like it. It's like a little triple.
I think she's all in his. No, she reads both, I think. Because she pays them to random.
You're all set.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Will that be cash or card today? Card. Should be ready for you to tap or insert. You're all set?
Thank you.
Thank you. Hi. These ones for you? 12. So that would be 17. The extra larges are 7 each. Is that okay? Yeah, that's totally fine. Do you have cash? I do. Okay. You said 17. Yeah, probably. Or 21. 21, yep. Either way, however you want to do it.
Oh, yeah.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. You have a good rest of your day. Hey guys, so a quick little update. It's 2:36. There's been like a steady flow of people. Sometimes there are like rushes, but steady flow overall. Right now it's a little bit dead. So I wanted to give an update. Sales aren't very good, which I heard is not very common. There are a lot of people though, like a lot of people, like I said, steady flow, rushes, but nobody's buying. And my room partner said the same thing, and she also said that one of the other vendors that she knows on the other side said the same thing. So it's not just like us two in here. They're both kind of disappointed because they say usually this event is really good, or the events that this winery has. But yeah, it is kind of disappointing. I made back my booth money, so that's good. But yeah, I'm kind of disappointed. But I mean, it's okay because I am still making sales, and I'm always grateful for that. Okay, sorry, people were coming in the shop and I got nervous, so then I turned off the camera. It's the first time we've been slow all day. But yeah. What was I saying? Oh, I'm so very grateful for every purchase. Don't get me wrong, but just with the amount of traffic, you think that people would be having more sales. But you know, whatever. But I am here until 7, so I have like 4 more hours. And I always feel bad about packing up early, but if it's dead, I'm gonna pack up early and go. But we'll see. I don't know. I know the economy is pretty bad this year, so that could be why people aren't buying. And the demographics a little bit different here because it is a sip and shop. I don't know. I guess I was just really hoping that the holidays would put people in the mood to buy. But last week, 2 weeks ago was also Black Friday, so I don't know. Anyway, that's it for the update because I get nervous when people come through because I'm right in front of the door. Okay, quick small update. It's 4:08. It's pretty slow. But one of the other vendors came and bought a bookmark from me. So thank you very much. Yeah, that's it. That's the only update. It's still slow. So one of the vendors here sells these charcuterie boards. They're running low, and so they offered 50% off for the vendors. And so I bought one for $5. And look at this. Looks yummy. I've just been eating like my kimchi fried rice. This looks better. Yeah, that's the update. It is 5:54, so 1 more hour, and then we can clean up. Oh, good. Not everything went smooth.
Yeah.
Did you have a boy or girl?
That was a boy.
Oh.
Oh, yeah, that's a big baby.
What did she name him? Hey guys, so welcome to the recap portion of the vlog. So this holiday market took place at a winery called the Belvoir Winery. This was actually my last holiday market for the year, and it took place December 7th, and it ran from 11 to 7. So this, I think, is actually one of my longest markets that I did. I didn't really mind it because it was indoors, and that actually helped a lot because I didn't feel so fatigued from being out in the elements. That being said, this was my first time at the winery. I didn't even know it existed until I saw this event on Facebook. It's a super old building. It's one of those like old mansions turned winery, which is really common in the area that I'm from. I don't know if that's common all over the United States, but I really like the architecture and the aesthetic. Every room was done and decorated. It looked so pretty inside. And I didn't get any footage of this, but I went the day before to set up, and they actually had a party there, and so there were guests there that rented out the ballroom. The building is usually rented for like weddings, large family events, that kind of stuff. But going back to the market itself, so communication from the event coordinator was really good. She was very quick to respond with any questions or concerns that I had, because 1 week before the event she emailed out the map to show all of the vendors' placements. She let us know where we can enter and exit, the stair location, the elevator location, all of that good stuff. And I had actually signed up for this market back in September when I first launched, and so I only signed up for a 6x6 space because at the time I didn't think I was gonna have so much stuff. Well, I emailed her and I said, oh, I know it's a long shot, but is it possible for me to get a bigger space at all? Just let me know. And she emailed me back and she said, let me see what I can do. And then a few days had gone by, she emailed me and she said the room that I was in, which I was located in the bridal salon, I can actually use more space to my left where the chairs are in the video, the purple chairs or the purple sofas that everybody loved coming into the room. I could use a little bit more space there. And there was this huge wooden table that she let me use too, that was across from me, that you guys saw in the video. It had my scrunchie stand and my earring display, which I thought that was so nice, because not only did I get more space, I didn't have to bring all my tables. So that was really nice of her, and she didn't charge me extra too for allowing me the extra space and for me using her table. So that was very generous of her, very nice. And from what I heard from my roommate, the vendor that was in the room with me, is that this event coordinator is super nice, super generous, and she's just so very helpful. So yeah, communication with her was really good. One interesting thing about this sip and shop is that since it is a reoccurring event, I think they have about 7 a year or something like that. A lot of vendors will reapply for the following year, and she did say that if we have preferences for the room that we want, we can request those. So I thought that was really cool for her to give us the opportunity to tell her like, oh, I want the first floor or the second floor or this room or that room. Anyway, A+ for the event coordinator. She was really good. So I was located on the second floor, which was no big deal because they did have an elevator. It was a smaller elevator, and because the building is so old, as soon as the door shut, you have to let it shut, otherwise the entire elevator just shuts down. Again, not an issue. All the vendors, we took turns going up and down the elevator. It was fine. We were able to set up the day before because we were on the second floor, which was extremely helpful. So me and my brother actually went the night before, Friday night, to set up. And she said that they would like close the doors to all the rooms and they had cameras, but leave whatever you want at your discretion. I just left all my stuff there because even though there was an event, I was like, I don't think anybody's gonna steal like a scrunchie. I mean, I don't know. I felt that it was fine to leave my stuff there, so I did. And I didn't even cover it because I forgot to bring a like bed sheet. But I didn't hear that there was any theft, even though there was an event there the night before. So I shared the room with another small business called Flood Farmstead. The owner of that business, her name is Dawn, and since we were there all day, we kind of got to know each other. She was super friendly. She sold like candles and like 3D printed stuff. I thought it was really nice to have just one other vendor with me in the room. It was nice because it wasn't just me because I felt like people might feel awkward coming into a room that only had one vendor. And also because she was so nice, we got to know each other, and she had like a Bluetooth speaker, so she was playing music to attract people inside. So I appreciated that because I didn't even think about that. Some of the other rooms had multiple vendors in them, and I think they attracted, well, I don't want to say attracted more people, but people tend to stay longer in rooms that just look more filled. So I think that the rooms that had more vendors did better. But I think the second floor honestly didn't do very well because it was a sip and shop, and overall I think people were more interested in sipping than shopping, which, you know, is okay, is whatever. All of these events, you know, vendors take a risk going to events because we don't know how they're going to be. Which, going off of that, I heard that the events at this location were very, very good. Some people complain about their event in May because they did pretty bad. From all the YouTube videos I'm watching and all the vendors I'm talking to, I think this year was just a bad year for everybody. People who did outdoor markets, indoor markets, elementary schools, malls, even people who did anime conventions, that kind of stuff. It was a bad year for everybody. At this location anyway, the first floor I think got the most traffic and people just stayed down there because when my family came to visit me, they said that the first floor was packed. The second floor, the way it's built is that when you go up the stairs, you'll see the room in front of you that had vendors, but out of the peripheral you see the rooms to your left, and so they went to those vendors there. I was located to the right, and people didn't realize there were more vendors to the right until they were exiting the room from the left and they saw straight ahead of them, because I heard multiple times people say, oh, there are more vendors. But the bad thing about that, even though they saw the signs and they saw us, a lot of people already sounded exhausted. They were like, let's just hurry up and finish these vendors, or do you even want to like see these since we already bought stuff, which was kind of disheartening. Moving on to the demographic, it was a lot of elderly people, to my surprise, because it is a sip and shop, but a lot of elderly people and a lot of parents shopping for like their kids and grandkids. There were some younger people there, like in their 20s, but not so many. It was a lot of parents, like 50s, and like grandparents. And for the most part, I think a lot of people were window shopping, but a lot of people that were coming into the room that I was in already had bags in their hands, so I think they already finished their shopping from the first floor. I think also too, since this is a social event, a lot of people came to sip and window shop with their friends, but there just weren't a lot of people, I think, that were wanting to shop and sip instead of sip and window shop. But there was actually like a really good steady flow of people until about 2 p.m. and then it was dead. You guys saw in the vlog, it was so slow, it was dead. I think it was because people were going out for lunch, because that day ended up being beautiful for a December day. I think it was like sunny and high 50s, which might sound chilly to some people, but like for us in the Midwest, that's beautiful for December. But yeah, I think it was because it was after lunchtime and people wanted to hang out outside because the weather was so nice, because literally from 2 p.m. to 7, we might have gotten one more rush, and I think it was actually just vendors coming around and talking to other vendors in groups, because from what I noticed, a lot of vendors were friends with each other's. Yeah, so after 2 p.m. it was like dead. So moving on to the best sellers and the worst sellers. My best sellers were the jewelry, and actually I sold out of my heart pendant necklace at this event. And the worst sellers was my tumblers. Sometimes I can sell 1 or 2 tumblers during an event, but this one I sold 0. So for the pros and cons of this event, I have quite a bit of pros. One was that it was very professional. The load in, the load out, it's very organized. The map was easy to read, the instructions were easy to follow along with. It was very nice to be able to set up the day before, because the morning of, I can sleep in, I can see my baby before I leave, and if I forgot anything the night before, I can bring it the day of. So that was really, really nice. There was a lot of people, a lot of traffic. Even if they didn't come to the second floor, there was a lot of people at the event. And that it's close to where I live. So this was maybe like a 20 or 25 minute drive for me. So it was close to where I live. My family was able to come because it's an event close to home. Brother didn't have to drive far because it's actually closer to him than it is to me. But a con, and I only wrote down one con for this, was that people seemed to be more interested in sipping than shopping, which again, you know, that's just how it is. It's more of a social event than it is a shopping experience. So I would put that as a con, just because maybe my location was also bad, because I was on the second floor and a part of the building where people, they couldn't see it. So that could have been it too. After the event, I did walk around and I talked with other vendors about how they felt, how did they do, and it was kind of a general consensus that people did really bad. Or at least on the second floor. On the second floor, it was kind of a consensus that it was a pretty bad event for people. Even during the day when vendors would come by and visit, we would ask each other like, oh, how are you doing? How's the traffic? And everybody would be like, eh, until the end. And I think some vendors were very unhappy because so this event closed at 7. Some vendors left at 6 or started to pack up at 6. So I think they were very upset that they didn't do well. For me, this was an okay event, but yeah, and just walking around and looking at the faces of the vendors, everybody seemed like, because for most people, this is their last event too of the year. And they were just like, oh, you know, like it's Christmas. They thought people would buy more. They thought this event would be better because they heard so many good things about it. But I really do chalk it up to the economy, and that this year just being really bad for artists and crafters and makers and vendors, just all around everybody. It was a bad year for everybody. So would I do this event again? Yes I will, or I wouldn't. I actually submitted my application and I didn't hear back, but I think it's kind of too early still maybe to hear back. I did sign up for a bigger space, which the spaces that she offered isn't your standard 10 by 10. This year I believe it is an 8 by 8 or a 16 by 16. And I had to go with the 16 by 16 just because an 8 by 8 would still be too small, and I'd rather have more space than less space. But yes, I would love to be a part of these sip and shops again next year if I am accepted. So stay tuned for 2025 for those. So yeah, that was the Belvoir, the holiday sip and shop. Also my last market for 2024. When it ended, I was actually really sad. I felt like, oh my gosh, what am I going to do with all my time now? I was even talking to my husband the weekend afterwards saying, what did I do with all my time before I started doing these markets or before I started my small business? My first market for 2025 is in March, so it seems like it's far away, but it's already going to be January next year, and I still haven't really closed up for 2024 because I haven't done my inventory still. I hope you guys enjoyed my last holiday market vlog. Thanks guys for watching my video, clicking, liking, subscribing, commenting, anything. I appreciate any little thing that you guys give me, and I will probably see you guys in the new year. So take care. Bye.